going on, people? What's going on? First and foremost, like always, all praises be to the Most High. All praises, honor, glory goes to the Most High. Second off, thank you for everybody who showed their support. You know, like, share, subscribe, even a view. You know, I don't do it for attention. You know, just trying to have some works. You know what I'm saying? Bring some edification. You know, may the Most High will be done. But yeah, man, it's pretty early on this Saturday. Yeah, man, of course I had some things on my mind like always. Thank you for everybody supporting. The last video I did, you know, got a lot of views on it. But yeah, man, talking about this celebrity worship, man. This is something that has been rampant in our culture for so long. Our people have always worshiped these entertainers. You know, like I broke down on a lot of videos, our culture is centered around entertainers. You know, they kind of move the needle for our community, which it's not good. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times these entertainers don't have our best interests, and they have their own agenda, or better yet, is it their own agenda? You know. Of course, the Bible tells us the love of money is the root of all evil. And a lot of these entertainers, they're chasing fame, you know, money, attention, you know, status. And, you know, I believe that the music industry, the Hollywood industry, the movie industry, all these, you know, big screen industries are controlled. Controlled by who? The fallen one. Satan. Lucifer. We gonna get into that though. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get into that. But just walk with me for a little minute. But yeah, man, our people have always worshiped, not even just our people. So this is not really just strictly on our people. People in general, historically, have always worshiped. Worship idols. As I showed in the beginning, you know, idols or idolatry, you know, we pop these people up as gods. You know, as you seen in the video, Michael Jackson had the people falling out. I mean, grown men, 5,000 people falling out over this one man. Because what? He can sing and dance good, you know, and I'm not one to say that, you know, not to admire talent, you know, but I mean, come on, man. I'm not passing out over no grown man. I remember going to my first and only concert when I was younger. I think I mentioned this before. I went to a Jay-Z concert, right? And I noticed a lot going to that concert. Like, I never knew people took it that serious. I mean, people crying and, you know, and I can feel like the energy of the concert, you know, people chant, you know, not even knowing what they chant, throwing up the diamond or the, you know, or the pyramid, whatever they call it. But it was a certain energy of the same energy that you feel in the church. When people weeping and crying for Jesus, the same thing, the same energy they was having in them concerts. And in that concert, it was actually many artists there. Jay-Z, DMX, Method Man, Redman. I can't remember what tour that was, but yeah, it was a lot of celebrities, man. DMX, a lot of people was, I mean, you could see it in their face, like they seen an angel came down from the heavens and performed on the stage. But I knew then, like, I mean, like, what's so special about these guys? You know, of course, you have talent. That's great. I done actually met celebrities, by the way. I met Eminem back in the day, and I've seen, you know, I used to work at one of my first jobs was Taco Bell, actually, and I remember the manager telling me like, Eminem comes through here, every now and again. And I remember him coming through drive-through. I got my headset on and I see him. I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm talking about everybody at the job just stopped working. They at the window like, oh my God, Eminem. And, that's just an example just to show like people really admire these celebrities as gods. And I believe everybody has a talent, but most of us have, of course, unbelievable talent that can, that people can't help but acknowledge. Like, wow, you like a singer, Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Fantasia. These are singers that make people stop and say, hey, that's God-given right there. You can't help but acknowledge it. But you have to realize what that talent is for. All these talents that we've been born with have been given to us for a specific purpose. And that's to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High. When you read Psalms, King David was singing. What was he singing about? Giving all praises to the Most High God, his creator. It wasn't never meant for us to, capitalize off of and get these corporations rich or, to glorify ourselves. It was never meant for that. But there's a agenda in these industries. When you trace the money, you can always go back to the ish people. But there's an agenda to glorify the fallen one. And we're going to get into that fallen one. Follow me real quick. Let's jump right into it. So when we look at music, right, music is a beautiful thing, right? Always throughout history of the world, music was around, going all the way back. You know what I'm saying? Music is a heavenly vibration. It can be for good or for bad. For dark. It can create wickedness too. You have different vibrations of music. But let's get into Lucifer. So whether you believe in the Bible or not, we just getting into it for the sake of information or edification. But yeah, check it out. This is Ezekiel chapter 28. As you know, Lucifer was known as the fallen angel, but Lucifer was one of the cherub angels at first, one of the leader angels. He had a high position in the heavens. Lucifer was known as the son of the morning. He used to sing before the Most High or the Most High God. He was a very handsome angel, might people say. Very handsome, beautiful vesture. He had jewels and all these things covered around him. And that's very interesting considering, these rappers, right? These rappers that do music, the whole rapper starter package is, jewels and diamonds, whether it's real or fake, right? But it seems like everybody in the industry promote this jewelry. As soon as they get their deal, they get what? They get that chain. And they feel like, they feel like a god, amongst their people, their friends, their families, they worship them like gods. And believe it or not, these people are used for sacrifices too. When they lift you up so high and shoot you right down, but you'll be glorified as a god. Even if you wasn't so popular when you were living, but in your death, you'll be worshiped like a god. Nipsey Hussle, Kobe Bryant. But anyway, let's get in Ezekiel 28. Let's start at verse 13. So, thou hast been in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou was created. Thou art the anointed cherub. So he was anointed that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou was upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. So just to give you some context, the Bible is describing Lucifer. It's describing how precious he was, when he was created so special, you know, for a reason. I'm going to get into that. So, verse 14, thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou was upon the holy mountain of God. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. So he was up there with the Most High. Verse 15, thou was perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created, till iniquity was found in thee. Verse 16, by the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of God. So he was cast down from that high position he had, the high place. And I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. So, you can get into it on your own time, but basically, of course, Satan, you know, he disobeyed the Most High. He wanted to be worshipped. You get what I'm saying? He wanted to be worshipped like God, or the Most High God. And of course, a lot of other angels fell with him. You know, he convinced, what was it, 200 other angels? So Satan, or Lucifer at that point, he was the son of the morning star. He would play the most beautiful as music. Now, I'm not going to get too deep into that, you know, but that's kind of like a weird coincidence that the music industry, if you pay attention to it, it doesn't, it's so influential, might I say. It's so influential, and it can control one's emotions and a vibration of, you know, the culture. It's almost as it's a spiritual kind of thing. But yeah. So let's backtrack. Imagine you're this beautiful angel, right? This beautiful angel. You're dressed with the finest of jewelry, and you get cast down because you wanted the same kind of worship, right? You wanted the same kind of worship like the Most High in the heavens. So what would be your function when you get cast down to the earth? What would be your function? What would you do? Because, matter of fact, let's follow me right quick, right? Let's go to Revelations chapter 12, because I wanna get context. Usually I just would cite these scriptures, but I want to get context. This is Revelations 12 and verse 9. It says, and the great dragon was cast out. Cast out of where? Was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So he had followers. you know that's a coincidence in itself. You know, all these people have followers and fans, and they're considered idols. He had followers that was cast down with him. But he's that old serpent, so he would do the same thing when he's cast down. And how will he deceive the whole earth? These entertainers reverence Satan. What do? They say it like I just showed you. Matter of fact, look at this Lil Uzi Vert video.
Right now, obviously all y'all motherfuckers going to hell right with me. So Let's get it. Oh, you already here. I'm so sorry. You can't get out. You're stuck. It's over. You heard the song 1,000,000 times and you didn't even know. That's fucked up. But I still love you anyway, though. It's okay. It's whatever. You still love me? You do? That's why I love you, because you don't judge me. I love you. What?
The Most High, the Most High wants us to worship Him and give all praise and worship to Him, right? Through the music. But what would Satan want to do? Let's see. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How are you fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? You know, you was the son of the morning. You used to sing before the Most High. You was dressed in the best of jewels. How was you, like, what happened? How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? Remember we just said, and the whole world was deceived? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into the heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. He's literally in competition with the Most High. He wants more followers than the Most High. He wants the world to exalt him over the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And of course, you know, you can read further on. That's Isaiah chapter 14. You already know his story. You know, that's not going to work too well for him. But anyway, so his whole purpose or his whole intention is to gain the glory, the honor, the glory, the praises from the music. Because when you're worshiping or you're singing along these songs, you know, you're partaking in the worship of something, right? When you go to a church and they clapping, you know, amen, and you partaking in it, you're praising God, you know, or Jesus, whatever, you know, they do in the church nowadays, who knows. But yeah, so when you're partaking in these concerts, when they play it on these radio airwaves, I'm sorry to tell you, but Satan rules this world. He's the God of this world. And you have to really be careful what you put in your children's ears, what you put in your household, and what you listen to. Because Satan's whole objective is to get us to worship him. So yeah, man, when I say that, you know, it's a spiritual thing where it can control the vibration of the culture, music can be used for good. You know, for example, what you have in the 90s, what you have in the 80s, 70s, 60s, you had the love, the, you know, you know, music can have you feeling some kind of way, right? With your girl, you know, even you know, friends, family, dear mama, you know, how you think about your mama, it can control the emotion of men, of people, for good or for bad. Even, you know, we talked about the drill music, you know, it has somebody that want to go get revenge on somebody, you know, for love or for hate. But I've been noticing lately, it's been like an uptick of this race baiting thing. I did a video about that, about this race baiting, and it's I've been noticing on social media, right? You know, combing through the internet streets, like I always say, right? But yeah, man, everybody been talking about this Kendrick Lamar performance. But yeah, you had this Kendrick Lamar performance, You know, you got a lot of people debating, oh, maybe he he trying to wake our people up, and he trying to, he going against the elites, you know what I'm saying? He trying to, then you have people, oh, they gonna unalive him because he waking us up. Then you have people, oh, he too deep, you know what I'm saying? It's just so much controversy surrounded around this performance. But I'm thinking, like, and if you watch the performance, it specifically was, like I say, controversial, but it was like a kind of racial, black African American, we shall overcome kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? Which ain't nothing wrong with that. You know how people do be needing the inspiration and the motivation to live in America. I'm an African American myself, might I say. So I know the struggle. But one thing we have to understand, because I notice when a lot of these artists come out and say certain things, for example, Kanye West, oh, we the real Jews, we the 12 tribes of Judah. That's what he say, right? We've been oppressed. You have to understand the revolution will not be televised, man. A lot of these artists or a lot of these entertainers, they were put there for a reason. He wouldn't even been able to perform without the elite's consent. You know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes we see certain things and it triggers our emotions. Like I told you, that's what music does. But we prop these people up so high. Like, for example, to give y'all a little back story, Kendrick Lamar came out, during this whole the whole popular Israelite movement, right? You got the whole Israelite movement, a lot of black people coming to the realization or information that they're the real Hebrews, which we are. You can do it biblically, historically. You can find archaeological proof. It's not a debate. That's not my debate. But I'm saying he came out on, I forgot what, I think it was the Fear album. Because I used to be a big Kendrick Lamar fan, Not like I'm gonna go pay some money to go see him at a concert, but I would listen to his music. It was deep. I like the album To Pimp a Butterfly. I like the message that he pushes, but I'm still aware that he still works for, these big corporations, and they have an obligation, contractual obligation, to fulfill certain things for these people, and it can be life or death for them. But yeah, he dropped that album, and he came out on one of the skits and was saying, his cousin was speaking. I believe he was with IUIC, and he broke down, the famous Deuteronomy 28 statement or verses saying that, we are the cursed people. We are the people of Deuteronomy 28. So that was big in itself. That was big. Do I believe that, they used him to do that? I don't know. I honestly believe that he probably fell into some information, maybe. But one thing that I do know, before they are able to push those albums out, they have to go through a process. Those executives, those A&Rs, those VPs at those big industries or record labels, record execs, they have to listen to the album and clear it before they can even put it out into the public. So one thing's for sure is these people are not dumb. If you think that they don't know what he was saying and he's kind of sliding by the record execs or the elites or Satan to wake his people up, no, it's not possible, man. And they not that stupid. I believe they already know that this awakening must happen, but they have to control it or shift the awakening to go in the direction that they want it to. I believe personally that America is betting on a race war. America's betting on a race war, and what would destroy our people will be the triggers. These entertainers will be the triggers that rile our people up to be in those streets to protest. And these entertainers, music will be the soundtrack that will rile us up. I believe, and I could be wrong, like I tell you all the time, I'm not a prophet. You know what I'm saying? So don't come back and say, oh, he a false prophet. But I personally believe that in the summer there will be some ramping up. Every summer you start to see some race baiting. You know, I think they really want us to get in them streets and protest. What are they gonna do when we protest? All they gotta do is send an agent to do something violent and say what? Oh, they're out there attacking the Ish people, or they're out there doing violent protests, or they're hurting innocent people in the streets. And you could be out there with your phone recording. What's gonna stop them from arresting you and throwing you somewhere and throwing away the key? I'm telling you, man, go look up King Alfred plan and Rex, I forgot what it's called. But yeah, the King Alfred plan, they scrubbed the internet from all that stuff. Their plan is to lock black people up. I'm telling you, they're doing it strategically though. You know what I'm saying? They got to move, the Mexicans out the way, the Venezuela, all these people out the way, but they're going to come after black people. Best believe they will. There's no way around it. But they have to strategically do it. They can't just all, come do it. So they're going to do it piece by piece. But one thing they control us with is the music, the entertainment. And what better place is to do it to control the vibration of the race baiting with Super Bowl or with the pro-conscious Israelite rapper, considering how popular this Israelite movement has become in the last 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, it's everywhere. You hearing brothers in the streets, Deuteronomy 28. Then what you do? You have one of the main artists, Deuteronomy 28. I even heard Jaguar Wright saying, oh, they might unalive the brother for saying what he's saying. But best believe, man, these people is controlled, man. These people are controlled. I'm even seeing Israelites that have the truth saying and believe in this, and I've seen it time after time. We hear them say something biblically, or we hear them say something pro-black, and we hype them up. And they let you down every time, because our people are looking for a king. We're looking for a leader. And we tend to worship these people as idols. But yeah, man, that's all I really wanted to bring out, man, was be careful out here. Be careful of celebrity worship, idolatry. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying don't be a fan of people's music, and the Most High can't use certain people to wake up the nation, but be aware, in order to really serve the Most High, you're gonna have to leave everything behind. You're gonna have to deny this world. You're gonna have to reject Satan's kingdom, and we all gonna have to personally carry our own cross. And of course, when you've been propped up that high, it's hard to let that life go. When you take those people take care of whole families. So yeah, I do believe that a lot of them are genuine, but I do think that they do have things to fulfill when it comes to, like I say, their contractual obligations. But yeah, man, check this video out. Like, share, subscribe. Pilgrims in the Earth. Y'all stay woke. We out.
I'm confused. After reading the lyrics to his song Faith, it seems that Kendrick Lamar is Christian. Pause real quick and read them. But multiple times in his concerts and his music videos, he pretends to be Jesus, levitating above water in the same position that Jesus Christ was crucified, and then he's seen walking on water, being worshipped and carried by people. The backdrop of his concert saying "Your Savior" while he wears the crown of thorns seems like he's trying to say that he's our savior. Artists need to make it clear what their intention is with something like this so we don't get the wrong idea. I mean, it's even the cover of his latest album.